How do you ignore that? I mean, Lamar Jackson is unbelievable. The Ravens haven't, I mean, for a team that's been so good, they haven't made us a lot of money this year. Last year, we kind of really rallied behind the Rams early, followed their value all the way through, made a lot of money from that. Kansas City were really good to us. The Patriots, they were okay to us. We never got good odds last year, but the Ravens are still giving good odds against the Rams in LA. Now, it doesn't matter it's in LA. We know the LA crowds are very, very average, but Lamar Jackson is most likely going to be the MVP. I think they've got odds at that at about, I'll do this while we're talking. I think he's got odds at that about 250. In fact, his the week that I said we should put money on Rodgers, he came out and had an absolute blinder, and Lamar Jackson went into favoritism. I'm going to tell you this really, really quickly. Regular season, he'll be favourite. What's he paying? 230. So he's super low. If you don't have a bet on it, up to you. I will be because I actually need to make back that Aaron Rodgers money. He was at $4.50 when we put him on. He's currently at $17. So he might come out and have that absolute blinder against the 49ers and it's, still in the running. But I'm putting money on Lamar. Anyway, the Ravens at Rams. The Ravens have some sort of mojo about them at the moment. They are absolutely flying. The price that we're getting for them at the moment is $1.60. Not seeing that. I don't understand. The Rams are 6-4. They're kind of out of the race, which is unfortunate because we put a lot of our money on them at the beginning of the year. I thought the Rams, with the addition of Cooper Kupp coming back into the offense, we're going to have a great year. They haven't quite, they haven't really stepped up, unfortunately. I said this a couple of weeks ago when we did win a little bit of money off the Ravens. Lamar Jackson could be the best running quarterback I've ever seen. I've been watching football for 10 years. I think Michael Vick was probably the best before that. The Ravens are number one in rush offense, 203 yards per game, which is huge. And that's all because of this quarterback. I think the fact we're getting $1.60 about this is fantastic. The line is I think -3. It's probably a little too high, both coming off wins. They're giving it to us -3 at $1.86. So they're kind of not giving us the value we want, but it's okay because we've got value elsewhere coming in in the rest of this multi. So stay tuned for the rest of the games. But yeah, first leg, Ravens win $1.60. Panthers at Saints, really interesting game. Division rivals. They haven't played each other this year, so I imagine that both teams walk in basically with 10 weeks worth of footage under their arms, so they kind of have a bit of an idea of where each other's going to go. Usually when you see games like this, they're low scoring and they're tight. Panthers are 25th in passing and 6th in rushing DVI. Now, the reason for that is because of Christian McCaffrey, their running back. If the Saints can close down Christian McCaffrey, they keep this really low scoring, and I think they go on to win. They're paying $1.21 for the win, which I think the Saints do win, but we want to look for a little bit more value out of this game. Now, like I said, they've got to stop Christian McCaffrey, the running back. The Saints are actually 6th best in the league when it comes to slowing down and stopping running backs. So to me, what I see from that is a really low scoring tight game. I'm thinking, so the unders the total points is 45.5, and we're going to go the unders. At $1.91, which is a beauty. But yeah, I'm kind of seeing this game maybe like a 17-20, something like that. It's going to go close, but I do think we get the unders here, and for a good price. The Cowboys head over to Foxborough to take on the New England Patriots on Monday morning. The line's -5.5. The total is 45.5. I'm liking the New England Patriots for the straight win here. It's paying $1.40, so it's not huge odds, but I think, it's worth having in the multi. To be really honest with you, being a Patriots fan, so I try not to be too biased. It's not like I am in the AFL, but for the Cowboys to win here, Dak needs to have the best game he's had in probably 2 years. I don't think that's going to happen. He had a fantastic, in fact, he's in great form because he's out there looking for his money. He wants his contract. He wants a big $30, $40 million contract. So he's playing off the chain. Last week, he threw for 4 touchdowns. Now, that's fantastic. But the Patriots defense have allowed 4 throwing touchdowns the entire season. They have been unbelievable. I think they pressure Dak. They get to him. They shut him down. They keep it low. I do think this is going to be a bit of a shootout. That's why I'm staying away from the line. I think it's going to be a fantastic game, and I think the Pats win at $1.40. Okay, Miami are at Cleveland for Week 12. Interesting game. I think this is the shortest price game for the week, with the Browns coming in, I think, at like $1.17. Now, something very interesting happened last week, which I think we were one of the first to put it up on Facebook, but
beyond words, Joe. Gosh.
So, Myles Garrett, who was a huge part of the Browns setup, not only defensively, but in the locker room. Now, I think a lot of people think that this is actually going to rock the Browns. They've had ages to move on for it. A few things have come out since which aren't helping out calls. Myles Garrett's come out and thinks that Mason Rudolph has racially slurred him and things like that. But we look at those things just from the betting perspective. Now, you got big personalities in Cleveland. Baker Mayfield, Odell Beckham Jr., Jarvis Landry. I think they rally. I think they really gel after losing Myles. I think they come out and they grind out a win. The line for me at -10.5. Look, it could happen. It's Miami. We're talking about the second worst team in the comp. But look, I've got an alternative line. And guys, if you constantly bet in the NFL and you haven't got a betting agency that allows you to create your own alternative line, you need to start betting with someone that has. We aren't sponsored by any bookies, so we won't say. In the podcast we talk about who we say because we don't take any money from betting agencies, apart from winnings. But sponsorship-wise, we don't. I use Sportsbet. I actually really don't like using Sportsbet for anything else. I think they don't reward loyalty. They don't do anything like that. Their odds are okay, but they do allow you to have an alternative handicap. So Ladbrokes, I think, feeds or lists like 4 alternatives, and they're kind of, if anything, they're probably further out from the spread, which is kind of, you want to tease it down a little bit. Sportsbet allow you to do that. Bet with them, like I said, we're not affiliated or anything like that. Now, I'm going to tease them down to -5.5, so just under that touchdown mark for $1.40. So those 4 legs comes at $5.85. So it's a nice juicy multi. You'll boost that up, and these guys, Sportsbet, are pretty good with boosting. Everyone's pretty good. I think BetEasy's they're probably the most average, but should get about $6.50 for it. Pretty confident about this. So yeah, let's rip in.